Hey folks, it's Noel at Weeds here with a video showing you how you can convert some of the models from Dark Imperium. This is going to be part of a series. You might have already seen my intro video where I did the unboxing and everything, but here I'm just getting stuck into the first squad. So this is Intercessor Squad A, and all I've done so far is I've just built them up using the instructions, but I've just left off a few parts. So I've left off, out of the first 4 intercessors, I've just left off the heads, so you should have these heads spare. And then I've also just left off the arm from this sergeant model, so you should have this spare arm. But we're not going to need those anymore, so we'll just move those around. And this is probably like the most basic kind of conversion you can do, is a head swap, but it's actually really effective at making your models look unique, because normally you just have these kind of anonymous looking intercessor helmets. It's just a guy in a helmet. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of the spare parts I've got. I'm sure if you collect Warhammer, or if you go on eBay, you can find spare bits really cheap. All the kits these days come with tons of spare heads, so I've just got a few of those. So I've got 5 spare heads from the Intercessor kit, and they're of various kinds, so various different expressions. This guy's got like a bionic eye or whatever. There's a guy with a mask. It's loads of choice. And then I've also got a couple of heads from the Hellblasters kit as well, which are just spare ones that I had. So all you're going to need to do these first ones is just some plastic glue and some heads. So let's get on with it. I'm just going to pick one that I like. So let's go with this one with the mask first of all. So all I'm going to do is, normally this hole here is just a pin, is where a pin goes in, but we can just ignore that because we're just going to glue this one on instead, and it'll sit in fine. I mean, it's a good idea when you, I know these fit, but it's a good idea when you're kit bashing and things, when you're mixing different kits together, just to make sure that it fits, and also to pick the pose that you want, because you might want one guy looking this way, kind of surveying the battlefield, or you might want him looking down his iron sight like he's just about to shoot someone. So I think I'm going to go for the second one. I'm going to just... So all you need to do is just get some plastic glue and just put some around the rim of this hole there. You've got your glue. You've got your head. Just make sure it's the right way up. And just stick it in. And then I'm going to have him sort of looking like that. And there you go. That's one done. And he's just going to look down his iron sight like he's going to shoot someone. And then we're going to pick another head that we like. This guy's kind of screaming. Might be good for someone who's sort of wielding a close combat weapon or something. Maybe save that one. This guy's also screaming. How about, let's go for this guy. So I think that's actually like a sergeant head, but it doesn't really matter. So again, we're just going to do the same thing. We're going to just put some glue around here. And this guy, again, he looks like he's sort of stomping forward and trying to find someone to shoot. So I'm going to do the same thing with him. Just have him kind of like he's bringing his gun across just to shoot somebody. Raising it up. So I think that's cool. Okay, great. Then what else have we got? We've got a Hellblaster head here. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for that one actually. It's like a sort of neutral deadpan expression. Yeah, let's go for that. I'm just going to put that on this one. This guy is kind of standing up more straight, so I think I'm going to have this guy looking the other way. Like maybe he's... Yeah, let's do that like that. Like he's just looking for another enemy. Surveying the battlefield kind of thing. There we go. That looks pretty good. And then the last one, I think I'll have this guy with a bionic eye maybe. Or oh no, let's go for this guy. Like he's sort of barking an order. He's got a sweet scar as well. That's pretty cool. So, and it looks like he's kind of this particular pose looks like he's lunging. So he's kind of maybe he's about to charge someone or sort of shoulder barge them almost. So that looks pretty cool. Yeah, I'm gonna go for that. If you unleashing a kind of guttural battle scream while he's about to shoulder barge someone. And there we go. Oh, he looks pretty fierce, doesn't he? There we go. I'm pretty happy with that. So that's the 4 Space Marines. And then when it comes to the Sergeant, I've glued his normal head on. So when you paint Sergeants, you can paint the Sergeant with like a different coloured helmet to make him stand out. So, and all the other guys in the squad have no helmet. This guy has a helmet. That helps set him apart a little bit. But what I've got for this guy is I've got a few different selections, I guess, just to show you what you can do. I've got a few different bits here. Some of them, these 2 arms are from the Intercessor's kit, and this arm is from with the Auspex scanner is from the easy to build Intercessors. So the issue with this is that these arms are designed to go onto different models, and this model has a pin. So all we need to do is get our hobby clippers and just get them in there and just chop this pin off, because you don't actually need the pins are more for, I mean it does give extra stability, but you don't need the pin to help it stick. And then there's a little bit of like junk on there that you can't get at with the clippers, so I'm just going to file that down so it's just a little bit smoother. Shouldn't need to do it too much because the plastic glue melts the plastic, so it'll help take away any kind of rough surface anyway. And you can still see where I've taken the pin off, but when I touch it, it's actually really smooth. So again, just before you kind of apply your glue, just pick the different options. I mean, I've already glued his head on. It would have been cool maybe if we could have had his head looking at this Auspex, but I'll save that for a different model, that's fine. So, or, you know, he could have just read it and be relaying an order to his squad, so that's one of the things. What else have we got? We've got this arm with like a communicator, so he could be kind of speaking into the communicator there, or maybe if I pose it sort of further down, he could be almost reaching into some of these pouches that he's got down here. Or this last one is like a hand signal, so that is actually quite cool. So he's just, you know, like he's urging his squad forward, and I actually quite like that. So what I'm going to do is, this arm doesn't have a shoulder pad, so I'm going to just quickly glue a shoulder pad on. Just make sure that's in place there. And then I'm going to stick some glue to the arm here. And it does take a little while to set properly, so you have some time to repose everything if you want to. I'm just going to hold it in place there. So he's just waving his squad, giving them some orders. Okay. And just wait for that to stick. And there we go. That's that done. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Thanks very much and see you around.